Today I'm going to show you how to make quick and easy hamburger and hot dog buns that are soft and fluffy using freshly milled wheat. These are made with simple ingredients, no preservatives. I'll walk you through the process step by step and share a few tips along the way so that you can get really great results even if you're new to baking with fresh milled flour. Hi friends, and welcome to my kitchen. We're gonna get started by milling our hard white wheat berries. I will be making a double batch, but I will give you the ingredients for a single batch. We will need 420 grams, which is 3 to 3.5 cups of freshly milled hard wheat. But if you measure out the 420 grams of wheat berries, then you'll have 420 grams of flour after it's ground. And you want to make sure that this is a hard wheat. I'm going to adjust this till it's just clicking together. All right, that's all done. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to be using the Bosch stand mixer. You can knead it by hand, but it does take a little while. The recipe calls for 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons of warm water, about 110 degrees. If you're not familiar with making bread and what the temperature should be, you might want to check your temperature. I'll be using active dry yeast, and active dry yeast must be activated. The way I do it is I just add the yeast to the water and then I add the sweetener. And the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of yeast. You can use instant yeast. The recipe that I'm using actually calls for instant yeast. If you're using instant yeast, you can just mix all your ingredients together at once. I'm going to mix this just a little bit, and then I'll add the sugar, and it calls for 1/4 cup of sugar. The recipe says to add the oil at this stage. The reason I don't use the oil whenever I'm blooming it is because it can interfere with the yeast activation, and I have had that problem in the past. So I recommend just waiting that until you add the other ingredients. So we're going to let this set here for about 10 minutes and let it bloom. Our yeast is nice and bubbly and active. If it's not bubbly, it means your yeast is dead. I always like to mix it a little before I add the other ingredients. 1/3 cup of avocado oil, and then 1 egg beaten. I'll just beat it in here. And then it calls for 1 teaspoon of salt. If you are doing a single batch, you're gonna start with 2 cups of your freshly milled flour. And then we're gonna carefully mix that together. The reason I say carefully is you don't want it to poof out everywhere. And then we're just going to add about 1/4 cup at a time until it starts to pull away from the edge. You see right now there's a lot on the edge. Make sure that every time you add the 1/4 cup of flour, you wait until it gets mixed all the way in. You don't want to add too much flour because your hamburger buns will be dry if you get too much in there. So just go slow. Well, it's pulled away from the edge of the bowl, and it's a little tacky, but not terribly bad. So I'm gonna let this knead for about 4 minutes, and we're gonna check it for the window pane test. Let's check this and see how it's doing. Actually, well, no, it needs a little more time. All right, let's check it now. Yeah, it's looking really good. Some people don't even do the window pane test with the hamburger buns. I want to make sure that it's mixed enough, but at the same time, I don't want to over mix it. It's all these little steps that help give you better results in the end. This dough is beautiful. It feels really nice. I did forget to mention that I did use up all the flour. Last time I made it, I had leftover flour, so that just goes to show you how it varies every time. So I'm going to use a little bit of oil since it's a little bit sticky. Oil this, and we're just going to cut this in half because I made a double batch. I'll get this out of the way. We're going to turn this one into hot dog buns and this one into hamburger buns. There's enough dough here for 8 hamburger buns, so I'm gonna divide this in half. You can weigh them out, but I can usually get it pretty close just by eyeing it up. I just keep cutting it in half. It helps if I kind of get it in a uniform shape to do a better job at splitting it up. I'm gonna divide this up into 8 pieces also. I think I'm gonna actually make more hamburger buns than I am hot dog buns because I go through a lot more of the hamburger buns. And then basically with this, I just kind of pull some tension on the top here and then pull everything around to the bottom. I kind of pinch this and then I pull a little tension on the top. Because this is a hamburger bun, I'm gonna press it down. I think I'll spray just a little bit of oil here on this parchment paper. I'm gonna do a couple of the hot dog buns for you so you can kind of see what I do for that. They're a little trickier. So you kind of roll it out and then I folded it back on itself and then kind of roll it up and then roll it here, kind of get your shape. And if it feels a little too long, you can kind of take your ends and push them in a little bit. That looks pretty good. I got them all rolled out here. I'm just gonna put just a little bit of oil on the top of them, not a lot, because I just don't want them to dry out. I'll lay a couple towels on these so that they can stay warm and rise quicker. And the recipe says to let them rest for 10 minutes. We'll check them in 10 minutes, but I wanna make sure that they've roughly doubled in size, that they appear puffy, and that they pass the poke test, which is where you do a little indentation with your finger and make sure that it springs back slowly. While we're letting the buns rise, let's go ahead and get our oven on to preheat. And we're gonna turn it up to 425. I think our buns are about ready. I'm gonna get my egg white into the bowl, and then we'll add a tablespoon of water to the egg white. Stir that up a little bit. Let's check these. The poke test I was talking about earlier, you just kind of push on it lightly, and if it slowly comes back up, it's ready. So these are basically about ready to go in the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these brushed with this egg white mixture. This gives it a nice glossy finish, and if you wanna add sesame seeds, it helps the sesame seeds to stick. After these cool off, I'll show you how I prep these to put them in the freezer. All right, I think these are ready to go in the oven. I'm gonna move my racks up so that this top one is closer to the top, and that way if I need to brown any of them, I can do that. And I'm gonna set the timer for 10 minutes. I always like to use a thermometer and check the internal temperature. Oh yeah, 196. I like to get them around at 190 degrees. They're looking good. So I think the bottom ones needed a little bit more time, so I'm gonna put them up on the top rack so that they can brown. They look good. Things are massive. Way bigger than last time. They're way wider than the last time I made them. But they're not as thick, and I will like that better. But I'm gonna have a pretty big hamburger to fill this whole thing up. The timer just went off, so these other ones are done too, I think. Yeah, good enough. A few of them could use a little more browning, but I think they're good enough. They're all cooled off, so I think we should cut into one and see what it looks like. Before we do that, I just want to say that I did something different this time than I did last time, and that is to press down the hot dog buns. I don't want to do that next time because it makes kind of a flat hot dog bun. It'll work, and I can still eat them this way, but don't push down your hot dog buns like I did. So I'll show you what these look like. They're nice and soft, but we need to cut it open and see what it looks like on the inside. Look at that. I think that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna pull off a part of that hamburger bun. I just ate like an hour ago, so I don't really wanna make up a whole nother sandwich. I actually pulled one of the hamburger buns that I had in the freezer out and had a pulled pork sandwich for lunch. So I'm gonna give this a try and see if it's as good as the last one. And it is. It's very soft, and that's great because whenever you speed up a process, sometimes you lose some of the flavor or softness or whatever, but I'm super happy with these, and I love that I can whip them up really fast and still have all the health benefits of the whole grain. Let me know in the comments if you like to cook with fresh milled whole grains. This is something that I'm hoping to learn a lot more about. And if you've never cooked with fresh milled grain, this is a good recipe to get started with. And if you're like me and you have a grain mill and you took forever to get it out because it felt intimidating, don't wait any longer because it's actually much easier than you think. There is a little bit of a learning curve, but if you watch tutorials and follow along step by step, it is a whole lot easier. So I'm going to show you how I package these up and put them in the freezer. So I just take some saran wrap. I wrap them up. And then I have these reusable bags that I just slide them into. And the nice thing about wrapping these up with plastic is when you pull them back out, they can just sit on the counter and come to room temperature, and you don't have to worry about them drying out. So these are the steps that I take in order to freeze the hamburger buns and the hot dog buns. And if you want to see more simple from scratch recipes just like this, don't forget to subscribe so that you can join me here again next time. I hope that you're all having a wonderful day. Bye for now.